Chit Chat with Cutie. That's what they said. Yep.
Chit Chat with QT was killing.
Chit Chat with QT for all of this tea.
Hey guys, welcome to Chit Chat with QT. Let me give my disclaimer. The views that I express are my own personal opinions for entertainment purposes only, and everything is alleged. Please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. So let's get into the video, guys. Let me start this video off by saying there were a couple comments yesterday that I received that grinded my gears. So let's discuss side chicks, messy subscribers, and content creators. So I'm going to start off first with Ariane Curry. Now, I'm not sure if you guys noticed yesterday in my video, I tried so hard to address her as Arion. Now, I may have slipped up a time or two and called her coleslaw, but I definitely tried. And let me get into a little tough love for Arion, whether she ever sees this video or not. I'm going to say this to you, Arion. My mother always told me the bridges you are trying to cross, I've already been across them. And what that means is where you're trying to go, a lot of women have already been there. Now, me personally, I haven't been down the side chick road, but I've definitely been down the road of manipulation from a Negro. And I'm sure if we're all going to be honest, probably 95% of us have. And this is what I feel like most of us have been screaming to this girl. It should have never been about Mel. It should have always been about Martell. And that's been the problem when it comes to women addressing Arion because of her disrespect and hatred for the wife at the time. She's hated Mel because she wasn't Mel. She wanted Mel's man and Mel's place. And now that he's been handed to her on a silver platter, from the looks of things, he still ain't shit, even with her. And for her to continue to throw shots, just like she did in the live that she did with Martell this past weekend, when she said they needed that girl, meaning herself. Ariane, you personally, your name, and all of that was never important. Mel had a right to discuss her issues in her marriage, the infidelity in her marriage. It doesn't matter that it was you. It doesn't matter that the name is Ariane Curry. It could have been any name. And I think that's where you got it fucked up, if I'm going to be frank. Because you think that since you were the woman that was involved with Martell the longest, it's because of you that the show jumped off. I can promise you, if Mel and Martell was on that show when it first started and the person's name was Mary, guess what? The ending would still be the same. So you're not important, sis, at all. That show, in my opinion, would have still been as popular. Again, as the wife of Martell Holt, Mel could talk about any damn thing she wanted. Period. That was her life, her husband, her kids' father, and they were married. And it's really time for you to stop thinking that whatever you feel like that marriage wasn't important. Because had she not divorced him, I can promise you he will still be with her till this day. Stop ignoring what's out here. This man has said you was 15%. This man has said he wish he could do it all over again. This man says he misses his family. His family is not just his kids. His family is his ex-wife as well. So it's time for you to take that in. Let it sit. Let it simmer. Because I can promise you, brushing over shit is going to have you looking exactly like you're looking. A lot of us have noticed that there's a big change from when you were the young girl in your eyes. You still wasn't that much younger than his wife. She's only a couple years older than you. But there's a big difference, sis. And when I say that, some of us have been down that road. You need to start listening. You're not special. So even if you never say it, we can recognize it. We can see it in you. That man is tearing your ass up, and not in a good way. You have been and you are now being manipulated. No matter what that man tells you, he's manipulating you. And as a woman, it's time for you to try to get back to that girl. Because if you don't, you're going to look up, you're going to be 65, 70 years old, wishing and hoping on a star that you did. And for all of you that's watching right now, don't take this as pity, because I have said, and I'll say again, I don't have any pity for her just because of her actions up until this day. But if allegedly she's being physically assaulted, allegedly, what I do have is grace. No woman deserves that. I don't care what they did with who husband or whatever the case may be. No woman deserves that. So I don't know if it happened or not. A lot of you all have been saying, look at the puffiness in her face and all of that. And I'm going to say, for me, it looks like she's currently pregnant. I don't know that. I would not have a way of knowing that. But something ain't right. There's a big difference. And if the puffiness is not from alleged abuse, it has to be from pregnancy. Or if it's not, there may be a medical condition or something going on. But something is not right. And I caught slack for this before, but I'm going to say this again. Because this girl does have 2 kids. I'm not trying to give her any tips or anything, but I'm going to tell you what I would have done if I was known as basically the side chick of the world, the proudest and loudest side chick. And the name that they were calling me was coleslaw. Do you know I would have had some goddamn soul food coleslaw in stores and online where you can order and everything else? She needs to find a way where she's not dependent on Martell. I heard somebody else say, this girl got degrees and everything else. Put that shit to use. Put it to use. Because we see that girl, which is male in my eyes, doing the damn thing. We see her building her brand. So market yourself. Find something else to do with your time instead of just worrying about Martell Hope. Take some advice from people. Like I said, the bridges you trying to cross, some of us have already been across them. And lastly, she's been talking about this book that she's been working on forever. Write your book. Drop your book. But make sure that shit is about Martell, not his ex-wife. Because again, she didn't do anything to you personally. Nothing. She had every right to fight for her marriage, every right to stay in it. So your anger should have never been with her. And as a woman, hopefully one day you will recognize that. That's whether if you have a desire to get married or not. You should always respect that until the ink is dry on a divorce decree. Honor folks and their marriage. A man will pump you up and act like you got Wonder Woman powers in the cooch. And you don't. Even old Gigi told you before, the Pete just wasn't popping. But guess what? That Negro will let you think it is so he can come over and do his thing. So wake up. Do better. And that's all the niceness that I have, guys, when it comes to Ariane Curry. I don't want to see the girl physically abused, allegedly, and none of us should. So let's all discuss that a little more in my live later on this evening. And let me just get into a few more things before I go. So yesterday morning, bright and early, I had a subscriber to drop down in my comments and say, y'all only like Mel because y'all can relate to her trauma. And in my response back to her, me personally, listed several reasons why I like Mel, and relating to her trauma wasn't one of them. But let me say this, if there are women out here that has experienced trauma by being in a relationship with a no good Negro, and if they've gained hope from Mel, if they've gained motivation from Mel, so be it. What's the big damn deal? Like who you like for whatever reason you like them. I've had so many women join my panel, some of them for the first time, after being on YouTube for years, and they finally had the courage to click the link, and they've gotten up there and talked about how in seeing Mel's story that they've decided to leave relationships and marriages that they were in that was damn near killing them. And we're gonna find a problem with that? No, not on my watch. And I was going to block this lady immediately, but I didn't. In response to me, she said that she was a subscriber of me and all of that. And then when I woke up this morning, she was still at it, still commenting. And this time she added a few more to cast members to her post. So I blocked her, period. Look, there are millions of YouTube channels out here. And if this channel is not your cup of tea for whatever reason, go on and go to the next one. But what you're not going to do on my page is insult women who see some hope and motivation in someone. That's just not going to happen. And then lastly, I had another subscriber to drop down yesterday. Yesterday was something else, okay? All of this almost just changed my whole direction of my day, but I decided to cool down, if you will. This one wasn't so bad, and I did not block this person, but she dropped down in my chat and she wrote about her issues with other content creators. I guess she had seen some videos or whatever, and it wasn't sitting too right for her. Now, I deleted the comment, but I did respond to her and I let her know. Please do not type your feelings about other content creators in my chat. I am not about to go at content creators for whatever your feelings are about what they said. I wouldn't even care if they said some shit about me. I'm not gonna do it. So I'm not gonna fight anyone else's battles. My advice to her was unsubscribe. If you don't like what they talking about, unsubscribe. There's also a way where you can hide people from even showing up on your page if you aren't subscribed to them. So that's a way of not taking in anything that you feel like you don't like. So yeah, I don't care about what you heard or what they said or how they feel about other content creators. People have a right to talk about whatever they want to talk about on their platform. And like I said, for me, even if it's something about me, they won't get a response out of me. Because this is what I know. There's an @ button. There is a DM on Instagram where if anyone has an issue with me, reach out to me directly. But on YouTube, I'm not doing that. And one thing that I don't do is subliminal messages or subliminal videos. I don't do that. For what? If you're not my cup of tea, I do the same thing I just recommended. I don't watch your videos. That's just it, that's all. But yeah, guys, that's basically it. I just wanted to come and chat a little early this morning. I will be live later on. Hopefully you guys will join me. Make sure you are subscribed and that you click that notification bell, and that way you will know when I'm live. We will be discussing everything that I just discussed, as well as other topics. But drop down in the comments, guys, and let me know your thoughts on this video. As always, please keep any comments about children out of the comments section. And please also keep any feelings about any other content creators out of the comments section as well. Now, if you guys have something that you want to address with me personally, that I said personally, sure, drop down in the comments so we can chit chat about it. But okay, guys, I will see you guys later this evening. Please make sure to like this video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. Bye.